Hello, I'm Terri Markham, Executive Director of Uprising, which is a Wyoming-based anti-human trafficking nonprofit. I am hopping on this video real quick to spend a couple minutes to tell you about our experience so far with working with Radical Empathy and Billy Joe Kane and utilizing his trapped virtual reality experience that he developed. We got access to the technology, and our original intent was really just to bring a immersive, unique experience to our regional human trafficking conference called GRIT. And the very first time that I met Billy Joe and tried it, I knew that it was going to be a really unique way to show people one way that human trafficking could look like. And I know when I experienced it and when my family members who were with me experienced it, it did elicit that empathy response, which is something that you cannot simply teach. And so I knew that I wanted to get this technology and try it out. Last May at our conference, we actually built a whole case study around Lisa, who is the victim featured in the VR experience. And our attendees had a lot of positive feedback about that experience. They really enjoyed getting to actually step into the shoes of this case that they had been learning about throughout their conference experience. And so it was a really unique thing. Out of our conference, we actually had, I believe now we're up to 3 people who tried the VR with us and are now working directly with Billy Joe themselves to get the VR in their communities. Because of course, having this technology, we didn't want to only use it at a one-time event. We have been using it a lot. We use it the most probably with youth. We have found that it is an incredible tool. We take it with us into schools and to youth events for youth to try. Every time we put that on the head of a youth, we have a download afterwards where they get to tell us or write out how they felt during that experience and what takeaways they had. And we hear all kinds of amazing feedback. We hear things about people who felt like they felt scared. They felt worried for Lisa. They felt anxious that her trafficker was going to walk in on them. We have kids who tell us, now they want to be more careful with their social media, or they want to delete their Snapchat after experiencing Lisa because it wasn't even in their mind that they could be exploited in that way. So it's been a really effective tool. We've used it with hundreds of youth. I think we're getting close to about 500 people that we have put the headsets on. Our organization has purchased 5 headsets. And so I think our biggest challenge with the VR is actually that we need more of it. When we take it into a school, we want to put it on as many heads as possible. That means we're going to need to invest in more headsets soon. And it's something that we are looking at doing because we have found so much value in it. Not only has it been great for the professionals at our conference and for youth, but we also just use it at community events. So anyone from our average community member to a legislator to a law enforcement officer, a victim advocate, I've had all kinds of people try it, and overwhelmingly the feedback is extremely positive. I cannot recommend it enough. I think it is something that's just really unique. It's just another tool in the tool belt. And for youth especially, having something so technology driven, and it's, it's funny because VR is a space that can be really dangerous for youth, we know, but taking a piece of that back and claiming it for good and for our purposes, I think is really cool. So if you ever have questions, you can always send me a message and I'd be happy to answer any questions about our experience with it, but we highly recommend.